Oh, boy, welcome to Transfixed. Just a quick video today about these Robotech Cyclones from, what is it, B25 Toys. And mostly because I was surprised how tiny these are, but I love them. I grew up with Robotech, mostly the novels, and I know that it was an amalgamation of 3 different anime in Japan. And I know it's blasphemy to say this, but I prefer Mospeada, or the new generation. I love Macross and all, but I don't know, something about this small band of freedom fighters with these convertible motorcycles really grabbed me. So I had these on pre-order for quite a long time, always on the lookout for new Cyclones. Very surprised at how small these are, and there's a lot of empty box space too. So when I opened it up, I found these tiny little guys inside, and then this huge clamshell with tons of space at the bottom. All of the stuff is just layered on top there, so I don't know why the boxes have to be so big, but they are good. They even have good instructions. The instruction manual is very good. But yeah, here's how big they are. They're about 3 inches tall, I think. Let me just double check here. It probably said that in the listing too, but I just didn't notice. Yeah, just over 3 inches tall. They come with all the bits you need to transform them and have them armored or unarmored. There's a couple of parts forming cheats, but not a lot. For example, the engine has to be removed to transform them, and here's an alternate chest piece, so you could have it with a piece of armor on it or without the piece of armor on it. And I just wanted to show them off in case you're looking at these, because it's a recommend for me. I mean, I had the old Matchbox toy, which of course does not transform. I've had these model kits, which after all the work I put into them are floppy as heck. You just can't breathe on them, they'll just fall apart. I have had this, I'm going to put it on screen because I can't remember the name of the company that makes it. I know there's bigger ones and better ones like Beagle toys, but they've always been out of my price range. As a kid, I had one of these. I had the Lance one of this, which are cool. These actually do transform, and it's not too complicated, but of course they don't look very accurate. But I am happy with these. Like I said, surprised at the size. But you can see in my hand how teeny tiny they are. They're actually the most solid Cyclone figures that I've ever handled. They transform nice and easily. Like I said, it does take the engine out, but they transform well. So this, I've got Rand here. The only thing they don't do is the leg. It doesn't extend for the 2 modes, but everything else is pretty accurate. Here is Scott. There's a bit of parts forming also for these vents. Those are snapped on there, or pegged on rather. You see the back there. Here's the Lancer one with the blades. This is really cool. They don't stand on their own. You need the stand to hold them up. But you can do pretty much standard articulation with the wrists, elbows, shoulders. The knee has a good degree of bend in it. The feet are die cast, and the little pivot joints here are also die cast metal. The nice thing is they peg together solidly. Really solidly. Really nice figures. You might think they're a bit expensive at, was it $35 each, I think, for the size of them. But I think the quality makes it justified. A whole bunch of accessories, more than you need. One thing I noticed with Lancer, I just bagged them up. Like, you know, they've got the pistol here. He also's got the pistol with the silencer and stock on it, or suppressor and stock. The saddlebags, of course, are removable. These are actually compatible with the Acid Rain 3-inch figures as well, it says on the box. So I don't have any of those, but I take the word for it. Yeah, one thing I noticed with Lancer is he came with his 2 arm pieces here, and then he had a bag with 2 more. And I think that's because in the factory they didn't realize that the 10 goes in. There's a left and a right to the 10. The funny thing was, I got 2 left-handed 10s, and then in the bag of extras, which I think they put in as a correction, I got another left and a right. I ended up with 3 left gauntlets and 1 right-hand gauntlet, or vice versa. 3 right-handed gauntlets and 1 left-hand gauntlet. So I think they put in just whatever out of the box, and then they put a matched pair in as a correcting bag, which at least is nice enough that they caught that before coming out to me. So yeah, B25 Toys, these are officially licensed, but as Robotech, not from Mospeada. I mean, it doesn't matter as far as what they look like, it's just on the box. It says Scott Bernard instead of Stick, and Rand instead of Ray. You get the idea. Yeah, if you're into the Cyclones, these, despite being small, are the best, most solid, and easy to transform, most fun Cyclones that I own in my collection. If you're wondering how you can support your favorite toy channel without spending any money, well, forget about that. But you can support me by using my reviewer code on ShowZed Store. All I ask is that if you're already planning to buy something at ShowZed, just ignore that text at the top where it says support your favorite reviewer and type in Transfixed, and they'll send a few points my way. It's not sponsorship, but I'm happy to mention ShowZed because they do have the lowest prices, good availability, and they really go the extra mile with packing. They bubble wrap the item in the box as usual, but then they're the only seller I know who adds these little plastic corner protectors to the outer box, and then they wrap that box in a shipping bag. Nice.